If I went back there, or anybody, any of you guys went back there in time with your current knowledge, you'd certainly go, oh my gosh. But if you went back there and were just there then, you know, maybe you would find it dirty and crummy and dangerous and all that stuff, you know. I wound up going to the first Stilettos show. The Stilettos was a girl trio, and I went to the first concert, and Debbie was there, and she was really great. And that was it. The rest of it is downhill or uphill, depending on how you look at it.
And I had a band that played at a venue called Club 82, where I saw the Stilettos perform previously. I was kind of attuned to what was going on in the sort of Lower East Side at the time.
We had auditioned literally 40, 50 drummers, maybe 50 drummers. And he was also literally the last one to show up. And he was kind of the only one who knew what was going on and had some of our sensibilities. And he actually had seen the Stilettos, and he had really great boots on.
Yes.
So all things combined.
He got the job.
The first gig I did with Blondie was the last gig of the Blondie as, well, not the Blondie that I came to join changed rapidly after I joined. We played at CBGB, and right after, midway through that couple of shows there, the band kind of imploded and then reassessed and started over again, basically. You know, I think of CBGB as a workshop. You know, you can make the analogy to an actor's workshop, for instance. We were on the stage and we were just doing our thing, and it wasn't really that much preconception about it. It was like about audience response and feedback, and you know, that venue, CBGB, allowed us to do that. And as far as it being exciting, to me, I found it pretty exciting because there were people like Debbie there and Richard Hell and Johnny Thunders, and you know, New York Dolls people were like my heroes, and to actually see them in the flesh and you know, on a daily basis almost, because you know, CBGB was kind of like a rock and roll high school for us.
Most of the other dates that we were getting, you know, struggling to get these little bar dates, we had to do top 40, and we had to learn a lot of, you know, chart songs and everything like that.
It was exciting to feel the momentum of the scene gathering speed, you know, because we certainly all were aware of that. And suddenly there was attention from outside, and then the next thing we knew, Melody Maker and you guys were coming over and all that stuff, so that was exciting.
I think with Parallel Lines, well, it just, you know, it really propelled us around the world.
Also, Parallel Lines, to particularly point that out, it's something that you don't really get nowadays. In the States, for instance, that album remained in the charts for how many weeks? 6 months, and it was a slow, gradual build to Heart of Glass becoming #1, and that's a phenomenon you don't really get these days. You know, it started from the lower reaches of the charts, and over a 6-month period, it wound up becoming, you know, top 10 album or whatever. But the momentum, like Chris said, was building at CBGB. You could see it, more and more people coming to the shows selling out. But initially it was just, like I said, CBGB was like a little sort of music workshop.
Yeah, well, I think the Parallel Lines real impact was that there were just so many songs on it, and it just was, you know, like one after the other, after the other, after the other. So it was
hit songs.
Yes.
When there's no more cars, you go out at night, eating bars where the people meet. Face to face, dance cheek to cheek, toe to toe, but don't move too slow, cause the man from Mars, he's through with cars, he's eating bars. said door to door, wall to wall, hall to hall, we's gonna eat them all. Rapture, and be pure, and take a tour through the sewer. But don't strain your brain, paint the train, then you'll be singing in the rain. And you don't stop. Do the punk rock!
Fab Five Freddy brought us to a rap event, big rap event in 1977, which is really pretty early on. I had heard, you know, maybe Rapper's Delight or a couple of things, but going to this thing, it was just a phenomenal thing, and I got that this whole scene was thriving at the same time as the downtown scene, but it was just completely foreign to us, and it was fantastic. The energy was amazing, you know. So it seemed like a no-brainer to do something that had a rap in it, really.
And you know, the thing about Rapture, it kind of set the template for what rap music became later on, in as much as there was a song involved. You know, kind of rap music started out was just kind of a beat and rapping, you know, over something. But actually Debbie had written a melody, and there's a song in the context of the rap, which kind of a precursor to when people sampling like a P. Diddy and Sting song together or something like that. So it was a little different. It wasn't just exclusively a rap song. It had a strong melody as well.
Like she don't care. Smooth as silk, cool as air. Ooh, it makes you wanna cry.
It's funny from our point of view to think that Maria was the first song that introduced you to Blondie, but that's great.
It's exciting, you know. It was very emotional getting a second chance like that, you know.
Yeah, I think, you know, when we first got back together and everyone was, you know, we went to a rehearsal space to play, and I think it was in LA, and it just really, I don't know, it just struck such a deep chord in me that, oh, that's us, you know, that's what we sound like, and we were still, you know, it was still the same. So that was sort of one of the things that made me want to, you know, keep going with the reunion, you know.
I think Blondie are great proof that pop music can be smart and memorable and very, very cool.
It's just instant. I mean, it's just pop at its best. Like, it's ultimate best, because the first 20 seconds you're in, there's no fucking about you're in. I like this tune. I mean, she looks incredible, like jaw-dropping. The style, I mean, it's just got everything. It's sort of perfect, and even now it still feels futuristic. And if any of those tunes were released now, today, people would go, wow, that's the future of guitar music right there.
As a band, they've written some of the most life-affirming songs ever, but also there is so much more to them than that. In Debbie Harry, they have possibly the greatest frontwoman ever, a singer so iconic and important that she puts most others, whatever gender, age, or nationality, in the fucking shade. I've been lucky enough to hang out with Debbie and the rest of the band before, and they are the sweetest, most down-to-earth people you could ever wish to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, sit your fucking asses down and show your respect for NME's Godlike Genius 2014, Blondie!
Thank you, guys. Thank all of you people up there. You know, okay. You know, back in the old days, we used to have an adversarial relationship with the NME. They used to rake us over the coals. But Karl Marx once told me that there's no such thing as bad publicity. So, thank you. This is substantial, isn't it?
No, it's interesting to get the NME Godlike Genius Award at this stage of our career. You know, because obviously we've been going for quite a while, and it's kind of like coincided with the anniversary of us being together for 40-some years or something
But
like that.
we are seeing that apparently Debbie is only the second female to win the Godlike Genius Award.
And we're probably the second Americans.
Another God,
The dream was like to get into a band, let's say. The dream was to get a recording contract. The dream was to make a record. The dream was to go on tour. You know, all those dreams have been fulfilled. So when you get something like this, it's kind of like the other side of that dream, and it's kind of like, you know, just makes you feel like it's kind of you're legitimized a little bit, you know, more. And, you know, we're living on the other side of that dream of the things that I just mentioned brought forth this, you know, and you kind of connect the dots that way.
It's a, you know, I think with our deep connection with the UK, and it's very meaningful. And we promise not to fuck it up too much. Well, I
know
will,
about
they
that.
won't.